So, Proden the project specialist. When I'm not doing home projects, it's been kind of cold for that as of late. Um, we're snowmobiling during the winter time. My wife and I love the snowmobile. We both have two different type sleds. I want to talk about those with you in case you're thinking about snowmobiles or just want to know something about snowmobiles. Which one should you buy? Okay. Now that's going to depend upon you, but this is a 600 here. And I like the Skidoos. The Skidoos with their Rotax engines get really good mileage compared to some of the other sleds that are out there. Like I said, this is a 600. We're going to talk about the differences between this sled and this 850 over here that I drive most of the time. And first of all, the 600, of course, is going to get you a little bit better gas mileage, but surprisingly, this one is almost the same. This 850, when I drive it, we can put 100 miles on, and there's maybe a half a gallon difference in gasoline. Very, very minimal. I run premium in both sleds. Now let's talk about performance a little bit. This sled here is more of just you give it a little gas and it takes a little time to start to wind up, and it's like two stages. The more when you get into the second half of the throttle, it starts to move you up almost in compare it to a higher gear. This one, performance-wise, this thing, you touch this throttle and you got power. It kicks you right back. And if you jumped this one half throttle, just nailed it about half throttle, I have a hard time holding on to it. I'm about 140 pounds. I can pick the front end up on this if I wanted to and carry it pretty much across the lake with the skis up in the air a little bit. It's got all the power in the world that I will never use, basically. This sled, they say, is capable of about 120 plus miles an hour. I don't know that, never gone that, never will go that. But it's nice having just that little power burst coming out of the corners when we're going through the woods and that type of thing, or hitting the lake. That immediate response is pretty cool. So power-wise, the advantage is definitely here. Now with that, of course, this is a bigger engine. This is an 850cc engine. With the bigger engine, you've got more weight up front. I have a harder time turning the skis on this, and because of that extra weight, it does handle like it's on rails as far as that goes. This one here, this one is, I call it the snow scooter to an extent. This one I call the Cadillac on steroids, because this thing is heavy, it sits to the trail, and it's got more power than you can dream of. This one here, the steering is real easy on it. It just floats back and forth going down the trail. It's lighter. This one is easier on your arms, without a doubt. I've tried to adjust some of that tightness in the front end out of this. I've got, right now, I've got the carbides all the way up. The nice thing about these skis here is there's a little knob right here and on the ski, and you turn that for more carbide or you turn it for less carbide. The carbides are on the bottom of the ski, bolted, and they do not adjust. So every year I go through, I put new carbides on the front of the skis. What are the carbides for? They keep the bottom of your skis or your skis from wearing out. So it's a little rail that holds your plastic ski up above the ground so that it doesn't wear out on hard surfaces. Basically, that's the its purpose, and the other purpose is, of course, for cornering. That carbide cuts into the ice, cuts into the snow, and helps you corner. Otherwise, with just the ski, you just float straight ahead in the corners on that. Gas mileage, like I said, this one is a touch better. Nice thing about the Skidoos, the reason that I own the Skidoos, I know the other sled manufacturers are getting better at this now, but this sled here by and far, when others are having to stop and fill up at the gas stations, I don't have to. I can put 200 and some miles on either one of these sleds before I have to think about stopping at a gas station. And for me at my age, putting 200 and some miles on in a day I don't do it very often. Nice ride for us is about 125 miles or so. Okay, so the weight difference, going back to that just a little bit. The other thing, there's a forward strap on in your track tunnel, and you can loosen that strap, which then picks the front of the sled, lets the front of the sled guide up more, and so that should take the weight off of the front skis. I've got that adjusted all the way out. I still have too much ski pressure. The other thing I can adjust is the shocks on this one, and this one too, I can adjust the shocks. Right here, it's threaded, so I can turn this part to give the spring, push it out more to give the front skis more pressure down on the snow, or I can pull it up to make it a softer ride and less pressure down on the snow. Okay, so these are totally adjustable front shocks on these. You know, all in all, if I'm starting, I'm riding probably a 600. If you don't have experience, this one can be a little bit dangerous. You have to respect these things no matter what. You know, you're going however fast you are, you have no seatbelt. And, you know, it's like riding a motorbike. The only thing is trees are, you know, a foot away from you at times. So you've got to be extremely careful on these. That's kind of about it as far as just a quick comparison on the two. I'm starting with something like this. If I really want performance down the road, I might get into something like this. They both have very good suspensions, where riding over rough terrain is, you know, and going through what we call moguls. That's where the snow is up in the air and then it's dug out. And so you're doing this kind of thing. Both of these ride extremely well over moguls. This is the Gen 4 sled. Skidoo now has a Gen 5 sled. But these ride extremely well over the bumps compared to the 2000 sleds, or if you rode back when you were younger, the 90s sleds, the 80s sleds, there's no comparison. These are worlds ahead of what the old sleds used to be. And so that's what makes it enjoyable, because I can ride this for 100 and some miles, and even with my bad back, it doesn't bother me, for the most part. Okay? They're great to ride, they're smooth in today's world, great sled. Once again, hit that like and subscribe button. Hope you like the comparison between the two sleds. I think this does a pretty good job. My wife and I, many times when we're riding, we'll switch off just to get a totally different experience. This sled, for me, when I jump on this, like I said, it's like a snow scoop. You know, I can just, it eases up on the arms. I just float through the corners with it. It's real easy to drive. This one is actually more, like I said, like a Cadillac ride. It's a little bit more, the seat I think is even a little bit thicker. It absorbs a little bit more of the bumps type thing. The power coming out of the corners is unreal. And, you know, it's just a totally, but this is harder to steer. This one is like it's on rails. This one's floats a little bit more. So those are kind of the comparisons here. I hope you like this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Please check out some of the other videos too that I have at Pro and the Project Specialist. Have a great day.